Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good morning. I think I woke up, I don't know what time I woke up today, but I think it was like, I want to say 6. I want to say I woke up at a half decent time. Oh, which makes a change. Which makes a change from previous days. But I uploaded a clip today. So there's that. I had to make phone calls as well. One because I've received my phone bill in, and I was like, it's dearer than normal. But they explained it, and I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. It's a bit BS, but it makes sense. Like, it sounds like it was a cock up on their end, or things weren't fully explained. Maybe it's either I missed something, like it's either miscommunication or someone made a mistake on their end. I don't know who's to blame for miscommunication. It's either miscommunication or someone messed up. Either way, you know, it's BS, but it is what it is. And my next phone bill will be more in line with what it should cost each month. It's just this month is a little bit more than normal. So it is what it is. It is what it is. I can you know, do the blame game, but at the end of the day, I don't know who's fully to blame, and I would arguably say there could be fault on both sides. Either way, you know, it is what it is, right? As I put crying over spilled milk. So I sorted that out. And I looked into like how much I've got to work with this month, so I counted for that. So it's all good. And then I've got hospital things to go to. Cause I don't know if I mentioned this I don't know if I ever mentioned it on stream, but like a month ago, good couple weeks ago, I went for an eye appointment, and I went there and they did exams on my eyes. They did like an eye test on my eyes because I swapped from Boots opticians to Specsavers, and so. I'm sure they have to do more tests than normal because, you know, I'm with them for the first time, so I'd probably have to run some extra tests. Maybe, I don't know. They ran tests, and there was like the woman who was assessing me was like, yeah, you've got a swelling behind your eyes, and I'm like, what? And basically, it was problematic enough. It raised enough of a concern, and it was potentially problematic enough. In her eyes, it's like, you've got to go in, you've got to be booked in for like an emergency appointment, basically. And she described, like, you know, I'm sure she asked me to describe like my, you know, what symptoms I have, what symptoms I don't have. You know, I went through the whole dealio, and I was like, no, I feel fine. Like, maybe I do get headaches here and there, but I think like, I'm not waking up. I think maybe I should be waking up sick, but, you know, I should be waking up feeling sick, and I should be like getting, I don't know, like I don't think I was getting I wasn't getting like even half of the symptoms she was describing, I imagine. And as for headaches, yeah, I get headaches, but, you know, I stare at in front of a big monitor every day, right? A big monitor, and I suspect when it gets dark, I spend a lot of my time in the dark with the light off, right? So, which sounds really sad, but you know, I don't like having the light on if I don't have to, right? I like to you know, do myself the light off. I don't know, it's more comfortable for me, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, like, you know, I did that, and yeah, like I described my symptoms, but like maybe I get some of them, but not to the extent that like not to the extent that I felt that they would. They're like, you should be experiencing these symptoms at this level, and it's like, yeah, I'm not even experiencing half of those symptoms, and the ones that I do maybe experience, it's not as frequent as you're expecting them to be, I guess, right? So I went in and I had exams and stuff with the hospital, which I had to go to one across a town over from where I am, and then which I had to go by train, which wasn't too bad. But I had to do that, and then I think I had to get 2 trains, maybe. I have to get 2 trains, or was it 1 train? I don't know. Either way, I went there, and I was like, yeah, it looks like it might be nothing. It could be just something you're born with. Like, you're not experiencing symptoms. You don't seem to be experiencing the symptoms that you should be, and you seem fine no, you seem fine right now, right? Like you made the trip in on your own, unassisted, and blah blah blah. I can't remember what they said, but you know, essentially, you know, like I seem fine, and you know, it could be just something I'm born with. But I think maybe the bloke said like, we're gonna have you be seen by one more department just to be safe, but it looks like you're fine, right? It looks like it's nothing. So. And then that's the last I heard of it. And then obviously many weeks later, I think maybe he said 2 weeks, but I feel like it's been more than 2 weeks. I feel like it's been like a month or so. Either way, you know, I've now got to go for another set of appointments, 2 appointments, but one after the other, within like, you know, 10 minutes of one another. And I've had to call up about that to address that. So it's like, because I'm like, the appointments are too early in the morning, and I've got other stuff I've got to be getting on with in the morning. So not only is the time slot really early for me, and a bit inconvenient because of where I am versus where they are, it's not too bad. Like the lady even said, they do have people who come over from the town that I'm at versus where they are. They do have people come from my town. But I looked into what the service that she described, and I have to be up for like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I have to do other stuff as well. So even I didn't know, I wasn't aware of this bus service, it doesn't matter because I've got to get on with other stuff anyway. So it's a bit inconvenient. So I've got to wait for them to get back to me with new time slots. So, but you know, it's been a morning. It's been a morning, but not too hectic or bad, right? Nothing like bad. It's just, you know, gotta address stuff. Anyway, hope that you're all getting on okay, and you're having a good week so far. Yeah, so obviously it's a bit of a change up. I thought I'd get down and play some more Ace Academy. Usually it's obviously just once a week. You know, every Saturday usually, right? Once a week. But I think last weekend, the weekend just gone, I was like, I might do another one on the Sunday, right? Because I feel like doing a bit more. I'm actually really getting into the visual novel, and you know, I feel like doing a bit more. I didn't end up doing that, but obviously I think I was talking about yesterday on the Paleo stream that I might do another visual novel stream. You know, I'm thinking of maybe doing another stream. So I'm going to try my hand doing 2 this week and see how I feel. If I feel like I'm up for doing 2 a week, then we'll go with that. If I feel like 2 a week is too much, then I'll obviously dial it back and just do one a week. Obviously, once I start learning Unreal Engine, once I start putting work into learning that, I might dial it back to 3 streams a week. But we'll see. I might do 2 visual novel streams a week, 1 Palia, 1 Cloudpunk, until Cloudpunk is done. Then it'll just be 2 visual novels, 2 Palia, or 2 Palia, 2 visual novel, maybe. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll figure out. Anyway, let's actually launch up the game, and we'll go from there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so last we left off, we actually got somewhere with Carrie. We faced off against her friend May and her team in a placement match, I guess you could say. If we beat them, we'd jump forward in the rankings a significant amount. And we did that barely because Carrie has a rival going on with May. Something happened at school, back when they were at school. They're best friends, and there was like a three person friend group. And there was a boy in the group, and them two. So 2 girls, 1 boy, and Carrie. The boy was basically a loser. he was basically a schmuck, a loser. Well, he was considered a loser and a schmuck, basically. You know, a waste of space, right? And I go, and then he had a glow. You know, he had what's known as a glow up, and basically all the girls started taking notice of him, including Carrie. And basically, but the trade-off with this glow up, it wasn't like a natural glow up. It wasn't like, you know, he hit puberty and God just waved the magic wand, bippity boppity boo, and he just went from an uggo and turned into a stud. He became a stud of his own fruition. He worked to become, you know, he worked to convert himself from a quote unquote beta to a alpha, right? And I think maybe that was he had a personality change and everything as well. Like he worked hard to, you know, improve himself, which, you know, respect to him. But at the same time, he worked so hard that he lost sight of who he is. And basically, I think May mentioned that the only reason she felt like maybe the only reason he really hanged out with them was because out of an obligation. Like he's so invested in them as friends that it's like to walk away. It's like, you know, he felt like maybe obligated to be friends with them because he's known them for so long. It'd be awkward to walk away from them, I guess. Either way, Carrie told May in confidence that she likes him. May told him because good intentions, but, you know, good intentions paved the road to hell. And he basically embarrassed Carrie, I guess because he's insecure. And I don't know. Well, obviously, only he knows the reasons why he did it. But maybe I would argue maybe insecurities and ego and stuff. And, you know, Carrie liking him maybe was worried what others would think, and he didn't know how to. He basically he didn't know how to handle it. Right? Insecurities, ego, whatever. Right? He basically embarrassed Carrie, made a mockery of her, and that changed Carrie for the worse. She became obviously, you know, more closed off and less willing to trust people, and became who we know, you know, in this game. And she basically held May fully accountable, even though May didn't know that it wasn't her fault. She didn't make him act like he did. You know, she was just trying to bring them together. Right, she was just trying to play matchmaker, right, with her two friends because she liked him and she just wants them to be happy. Right, she wants Carrie to be happy, but Carrie held her fully accountable, and basically that was the rivalry there. And, you know, fast forward, you know, we're gonna face off against them, and Carrie is rubbing button heads with May, and May's just trying to be good to her and trying to make up for what she did, but Carrie just ain't having any of it. And you know, Carrie's got the care home that she's doing with her uncle or her dad, and she's got a college, you know, her university work. She's got to train with the team. She's basically got a load of responsibilities, right? And it all came to a head. All the school work she's got to do, working at the care home, practicing with the team, and it all just got too much. And she got blinded. She got too overworked herself. Got really stressed out, and, you know, her feelings for May just bubbled, and, you know, because of everything that's going on, it all came to a head. And Carrie in the middle of the match basically broke away from the team and went against the game plan to face off against May on her own and strike out on her own. And basically May paid the price, Show paid the price, and if it wasn't for, I think maybe, I'm not totally sure, but if it wasn't for our actions, I think maybe we wouldn't have won. Basically, we pulled it out of our ass and we clutched hard. I don't know if it was us, but one of us came in clutch, and you know, we had a huge confrontation with Carrie about it, and we spoke with Carrie afterwards, and we had a very intimate moment, which was like a turning point for us. You know, Carrie finally opened up to us and really let us in. And at some point, I believe she patched things up with May as well, and we had an intimate moment with Carrie at her place, and I think we kissed whilst watching an anime or something. And yeah, that's kind of what happened last time on Ace Academy with Scribe. and now we're here. And we're here now because our sponsor Dashu, or whatever they're called, our sponsors having an event right now because they're sponsoring a band or a singer or an artist because they've got their fingers in a lot of pots. They're like Disney. They're not just like mech. They're not just a mech company or a tech company. They're like media and entertainment and sports and a bit of everything basically. And they're basically having a collaboration partnership event going on right now, and we're basically at it right now. And we promised our sister that we'd get an autograph because there's a singer at this event who is going to be performing maybe, and she couldn't go because she don't have tickets because they're all sold out, but we get to go because of our sponsor, because of who's sponsoring the event. So we promised her we'd get our thing, and we're gonna mingle and I guess connect and network basically, and we're gonna obviously progress our relationship with Carrie and see where that goes. And obviously if I haven't covered everything because there's a lot to cover, but I would suggest you watch parts 1 to 12, which is available on YouTube. It's in a playlist. Parts 1 to 3 are edited videos that were uploaded, so they're all in the playlist, the Yes Academy playlist, but parts 1 to 3 are edited videos that were uploaded. They weren't live streams, so they're if you want to watch them, you have to go to the videos tab or just go to there's a playlist that has on the playlist tab that has all of them. So, and parts I think 4 onwards are all live streams that are just saved VODs. So without further ado, let's sorry for the long explanation there, but I wanted to obviously if you're just coming in, you're watching me now, or you just come across this part and you haven't watched all the previous parts, you're going to be really confused, right, about what's going on. But and basically this is Ace Academy is a visual novel made by PixelFade. They've made a couple others. They've got another one coming out soon, Astral something. And I've played all of them. I've played all of their visual novels. I think their latest one that's released, not the one that's coming out, the latest one, I think I did technically play it, but I got a really bad ending at the start of the game, and I never got back to it. So I need to get back to that. So the way it's gonna go, and Ace Academy is basically a slice of life. It's like Gundam meets slice of life anime. So it's a slice of life anime meets Gundam, and it's like a mech anime slice of life, but it's a visual novel. So yeah, let's get on with it. As soon as I walk in, I spot many recognisable faces: Weiger Toots, Sydney Crossbow, Chanel O'Keel, Cristiano Ronaldo, just to name a few. I keep waiting for someone to stop me and ask me what I'm doing here, but no one does. A few people glance at me in passing. Some even flash me a smile as if to say, "You're one of us now." Walking in the same room as these people was intimidating, but also exhilarating. Scanning the room, I don't see XE anywhere.
Joseph!
I turn around and see Sho, Mayu, and Kaori approaching me. Hey guys.
Can you believe this? My inner fanboy is going off the charts.
Kaori shrugs.
I don't see what the big fuss is.
Me neither.
Mayu chokes on her words and her eyes widen at the sight of someone. I follow her line of sight, expecting Exy, but instead, I see some old dude with white hair. Breathe, Mayu. She takes a deep breath.
It's Reboot von Beethoven.
Oh, PixelFade, man. You really trying with the names, aren't you? You're really stretching those names. Wow. Goddamn, Pixel. I thought I was bad with some of my puns sometimes. You really are going for it, aren't you? My word.
Who's that?
Who's that?
If looks could kill, Sho would already be on the ground bleeding.
Huh?
As Sho cowers, Mayu closes her eyes and sets her jaw determinedly. Then, with shaking legs, she walks toward the man.
Well, then.
Carrie and I glance at each other and laugh. I doubt any of us imagined Mayu was capable of something so terrifying. Mayu stalks closer to Reboot von Beethoven, but as soon as his attention lands on her, she becomes rooted to the ground. Oh. He waits patiently for her, watching her curiously. She remains frozen, so he smiles and pats her on the head, then resumes his journey to the buffet tables. As Mayu's internal systems reboot, she hops back to us with starstruck eyes.
He touched me.
I wouldn't phrase it like that. You might want to think about what you just said and then try again. Sho and Carrie nod in agreement while Mayu's cheeks flush.
That's not what I meant. It's Reboot von Beethoven, the greatest classical composer to exist since the original.
Seriously? That's his tagline?
Hello, beautiful people.
Valerie is all smiles as she approaches. She throws an arm around me and Carrie. About me? Oh, that's a type of error. Much to Carrie's dismay.
What's with all the excitement?
Mayu just met Beethoven.
You mean the Ludwig von Beethoven?
I can't tell if she's being sarcastic or not. No, Reboot. Mayu nods happily.
Ooh, he's the greatest classical composer to exist since the original.
Seriously? Mayu bursts out laughing and Valerie joins in. The laugh is contagious and soon we've all joined in. When we finally catch our breaths, Carrie looks around.
Where's Yuna?
Not sure. She might be busy handling logistics and stuff.
That makes sense, actually. A man in a Dashu hat interrupts us.
Hey, are you
That's
guys
it, Dashu.
Academy?
Yes.
He checks off a name on his clipboard.
You're up for the photo shoot. Please come with me.
We look at each other, then shrug and follow him. He leads us to a secluded area behind a wall of curtains. There's a station already set up on a stage with a backdrop and lighting equipment. A man with a tied back ponytail barks directions at the models, his camera at the ready. Yuna stands to the side and studies the clipboard in her hand. As our manager, I guess part of her job is coordinating any events we attend. I hope she doesn't have to work the whole time. Hey Yuna. She glances over at us and grins.
You're here. Sorry I haven't had a chance to say hi.
Are you helping with the whole event?
No, I've just been getting our team affairs in order. You guys are doing okay?
We all nod.
Great! Well, they want a team photo of all of us. I've already worked it out with our photographer. We're going to be here.
She leads us to a stage where the photographer is waiting. He directs us into a normal group dance with bright smiles. The shutter clicks constantly as he captures us from different angles.
Perfect. Excellent. Very nice.
Once he gets the takes he needs, Sho wants to take a cool photo. With the photographer's permission, we hold action poses, trying to look as badass as possible. This is pretty fun. I wouldn't say that, but whatever.
Now we need a solo model from the team. While I work on setup, Yuna, please coordinate who will be your swimsuit model.
A swimsuit?
The photographer sighs impatiently.
Yes! It'll be used for our upcoming catalog, The Taste of Summer. What's more summery than a warm beach?
He walks off before Yuna can protest.
Did you guys hear that?
We nod.
Who should do it?
Carrie can do it. Yuna should pick my battery, of course. Show. Oh! Payback is a bitch. Here we go. The payback I spoke of. Ladies and gentlemen, as prophesized, the payback on show, the opportunity to fuck him over sideways has finally arrived. I said I would get him back for the shit he pulled on the beach, and here we fucking go. I mean, to be fair, I think maybe I got him. I already counted us even with the shit with his brother maybe last stream. Oh yeah, because stuff happened with his brother, by the way, as well. Sorry, we're meeting with his brother on the weekend, I think, because his brother's come in to do some lectures, and we offered to go with Show to make things less awkward, because with a friend there, Show won't. It may not be so bad if Show's got a friend by his side. Instead of just meet with his brother on his own, where it'd be all more awkward. It'll be less awkward with us there, I guess. So we'll go with Show to meet his brother. And I think I called Show out on acting like an arsehole, because his brother's giving him we don't know his brother. We know Show. We don't know his brother, but he was acting like a huge jackass towards his brother, and we called him out on it. And I was like, you know, since we're assuming a lot of Show, because we don't know why he doesn't like his brother. We're just going off of how he acts to his brother in that moment. We don't know why he doesn't like his brother. Maybe he has a good reason, and his brother's just putting on a front because we're there. We don't know. But I assume, because I said like I'm assuming a lot of Show, right? Like he did on the beach. I considered us even. But you know what? I feel like now, no. You know what? I'll stand by. I should be a man of my word. I said I'm pretty sure I said I consider us even now, because we did the same to Show that he did to us on the beach. I'm going, and we were pretty harsh about it too. So I think that made us even. Now we're gonna get one up on him. I vote Show.
Agreed.
Yes. Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, no one even missed a beat. I vote Show. Yep. All sounds good to me. Unanimous. Get fucked, bitch.
Yeah, what? Are you guys serious? Why are you all agreeing so quickly?
Yeah, sucks, doesn't it, Show? When we all turn on you with no good reason to. Sucks, doesn't it? Wonder how that fucking feels. You know, flags down the photographer.
We've made a decision.
Don't assume I'm just gonna do it.
Take one for the team, come on. Carrie, give Show a good knocking. What's that for?
You were obviously hoping one of us would do it instead. Pervert!
Wait, he's a pervert, so it's okay for him to do it because he's a guy, but it's not okay for you to do it because you're a woman? Please, don't insinuate double standards here, Carrie. I'm throwing Show in the line of fire because it's funny. Because I want to take the piss, and I think it'll be funny to throw him in the line of fire because banter. You're doing it because you're insecure as a woman? Like, no. I'm doing it because it's funny and I'm taking the piss from one bro to another. You're doing it because, because payback's a bitch. But you're doing it because you're insecure as a woman and you're projecting your insecurities onto Show. But so it's okay for him to show off his body because he's a man? It's okay for him to put his body on display? Come on. Don't be sexist, Carrie. Show frowns but doesn't deny it.
Rosif, how could you do this to me?
It was either you or me, bruh. It was either you or me. The photographer gives Show a once over.
Really? Him?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Really? Him? He foams his fingers into a box to frame Show's face.
I can see the campaign. Even if you look like this, there's still hope with Dashu by your side.
Even though you're a fucking uggo with Dashu, maybe there's hope.
I like it.
I resent.
Wow.
Come on.
He whisks Show into the changing room.
I will get my vengeance
Yeah, whatever. Bye, bitch.
in this life or the next.
Yeah, whatever you say, Show. Bye-bye. His voice fades away into the distance. That turned out better than I could have hoped for. But that'll be the clip. Once in front of the camera, Show is surprisingly impressive.
He's doing a great job.
Yeah. I knew he had it in him.
We all cheer him on. Some other women in the crowd hear our cries and watch Show with interest, which only encourages him. At this rate, your photos will turn out better than ever. Afterwards, he changes back into his regular clothes and rejoins us.
Whew! That went better than expected.
Damn. You actually enjoyed it. That wasn't the plan at all.
Thank you very much. We have everything we need.
You're welcome.
Oh, man. We exit out of the photo area and back on into the main lounge.
What do you guys want to do now?
Valerie lets out a loud squeal.
Look!
She points to none other than Eggsy, who is steadily walking towards us. He's a lot taller in person, and a lot cooler. I have to admit, Nikki was right. He is more attractive in person.
XZ!
That would be me.
He grins charmingly.
I don't believe we've met. You knew? I doubt I would have forgotten such stunning visions such as yourselves.
And they all cream their pants. Each girl turns a bright shade of red, including Kari. They shoot him nervous glances of elation and awe. Even Valerie has lost her cool. With all of them speechless, Eggsy looks at Show, who is equally smitten. Eggsy grins understandingly. Of course, he must be used to this. Finally, his gaze lands on me. Oh, hi. We're from Ace Academy. Actually, we're sponsoring our team.
Ace Academy? That means you guys are pilots.
His face lights up and seems genuinely impressed. I motion to myself, Show, Mayu, and Kara. We are. I point to Yuna. She's the team manager. Then I point to Valerie, and she's our engineer. Eggsy winks and gives us a thumbs up.
That's hardcore, man. I always wanted to be a pilot. What a cool job.
Excuse me, XZ-senpai?
Senpai. Eggsy laughed.
Just X is fine.
Oh, okay. Excuse me, X-senpai. Do you think we can get a photo, please?
Yeah, me too.
Eggsy nods.
Sure. Why don't we get a group photo?
Good idea. Count me in.
Kari nods with a smile. Eggs motions to a nearby Dash employee. As we get into place, each of us superstitiously trying to stand right beside Eggsy, the photographer comes out from behind the curtains, his camera at the ready.
Everyone say Z.
We say Z in unison, have a good laugh as the photo is taken.
Excellent. I'll make sure to have these emailed to you all.
Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Z.
X smiles.
You guys are too formal. Kick back and have some fun. We're gonna be rocking out soon enough.
That's right.
A man in a suit comes over and whispers into Xy's
Time
ear.
for warm-ups and stage prep. You're coming to the show, right?
Of course.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Good. I'll be looking for you.
After flashing us one last thumbs up, he walks towards his manager. We're all still giddy from our encounter with him.
He's nice.
Yeah.
Valerie sighs dreamily and Yuna nods.
I don't know about you guys, but all this excitement has made me hungry. We can't leave this event until we've checked out the buffet.
Show eyes a majestic spread as the team murmurs their agreement. You guys go up ahead. I'll catch up to you in just a sec. I rush after Eggsy. I promise to Nikki at the front of my mind. Excuse me, Eggsy. He turns and smiles when he sees me.
Hey, man. What's up?
I was wondering if I could get an autograph.
Of course.
He wakes with an expectant smile. Right, pen and paper. I pat down my pockets but come back empty-handed. Oh crap. Don't tell me this is happening right now. There isn't anything lying around I could use either.
Z, we need you.
Sure.
He scratches the back of his head. I can't believe I'm going to foul like this. I'm sorry. I don't have a pen and paper on me. You're busy and I don't want to keep you. I'm sure my sister will understand.
Sister?
Yeah, my younger sister found out I was coming here and she asked me to get a signature. He nods knowingly.
In that case.
As he takes off his necklace and offers it to me. I shake my head. I can't take that from you.
It's no big deal.
Are you sure?
I can't leave you empty-handed. Not when your sister is depending on you.
It doesn't look like he'll take no for an answer. Thanks a lot, really. He smiles warmly.
Things we do for our baby sisters, right?
Yeah, you got that right. Plus, we'll be able to verify the necklace that he wears. I'm sure she's watched him at concerts and stuff, so she'll know that he wears that necklace. And we've got a photo with him wearing it. So, she'll be, oh my god, this was round his neck. That's better than an autograph, because it's not just something he signed, right? That's something that was physically on his body. It touched his skin, right? He'd wear it around his neck. It's probably got some of his sweat on it. Right? As gross as that is, right, for her, she'll be like, like, she'll probably enjoy that shit. She better give us that. We better get brownie points as a brother for the rest of our fucking lives. I don't hear any complaints when it comes to cooking food. He gives us another thumbs up before disappearing with his manager. I look over his medallion before safely pocketing it, then head back to my friends. After eating our fill from the buffet, we continue to mingle and meet after other Dashu sponsees. Everyone we spoke to was excited to hear that Dashu was sponsoring on an ace team and wished us luck in our matches. It felt really satisfying to be the centre of attention, if only for a short moment. Soon, it was time for the concert. We file into the concert hall and towards the front of the stage, where flashing lights introduce Eggsy. Carrie bobs her head in time with the music and sings along. To my surprise, she knows all the words. And she knows all the words. To my surprise, she knows all the words. And she's actually pretty good. She blushes when she realises I can hear her and stops. But there's a smile on her lips. Eggsy is the perfect combination of entertainment and talent. And my voice soon grows hoarse from singing along. At one point, he even saw us and winked. And once the concert is over, we chat animatedly about how awesome it was before heading our separate ways and going home. I'm barely through the door before Nikki bombards me.
Hello.
Hi. She eyes me up and down. So, what?
Quit stalling. The autograph?
I completely forgot. I feign a look of dread. Oh, crap. Oh, no, man. Oh, no. I knew I was forgetting something. Oh, man. Nikki's face is frozen in place as she can't understand my words. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, sis. I really am. Gradually, as my words sink in, her face falls.
But you promised.
I'm such an arsehole. She tries to tether her sniffles, but can't stop her lip from trembling as the tears well in her eyes. Whoa, hey, stop. I was just kidding. A tear slipped down her cheeks. No, seriously, look. Pull out the necklace. She snatched it from my hand and examines it for a signature, but there isn't one. She pouts.
It's just an XZ necklace. You can buy those at any souvenir stand.
I wanted an autograph from him.
No. Eggsy himself gave this to me to give to you. She crosses her arms and raises an eyebrow.
Do you really think I'm that gullible?
Okay, to be fair, even I wouldn't have believed that story. What do you mean? I've got proof. Photographic proof. I can prove it. I pull out my phone and open up the selfie we took before the concert. The medallion is clearly around his neck. Then I flip to the photos during the concert where there is an obvious lack of a necklace. Nikki grabs my phone and pinches in to zoom the images. She swipes back and forth between the photos, over and over and over. Don't know if I got that clip in time, but we'll see. When suddenly she leaps up and down, still clutching my phone.
Oh my god, you were telling the truth. I can't believe it.
Yeah, you're damn right I was, and you didn't believe me. Fuck you. What? Nikki throws her arms around my neck and squeezes me tightly.
This is the best.
The necklace or me? She plants a kiss on my cheeks before letting go, then slips the necklace over her head.
I'm never taking this off.
Oh god, I knew it. That's disgusting. But I could change it. That's great. You know he's sweat all over that thing, right?
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Oh my god. I can't wait for the day when girls will cherish my sweat.
I don't even care that you're being gross right now because this necklace is the best gift ever.
I'm being gross. You just said you're never gonna take that necklace off because he's got his sweat on it. You're gonna wear it forever because it's got his body fluids on it. And you're saying I'm gross for wanting the same thing that he apparently gets from girls like you. Not obviously, you know, of age, of course. Like, I'm the gross one? Hypocritical, man. Really is. Well, I'm glad you like it. She nods happily.
I have to go tell my friends. They're gonna flip.
She dashes up the stairs 2 at a time. That's the fastest she's ever tried to get away from me. I haven't seen her this happy in a long time. Thanks, Ixie, for making this happen. My grumbling stomach devours my train of thought. I probably should have made better use of all the free food. Oh well. Let's go see what we've got. I make my way into the kitchen. Uncle Cato's laptop papers are spread. Uncle Cato's laptop and papers are spread across the kitchen table, but he is nowhere in sight. He probably went to the washroom. I'm about to open the fridge when a beeping from his computer distracts me. I glance over and see a new email has come in. But as my eye wanders over the sea of Japanese text, one English email draws my attention. Even more curiously, the words New York are in the preview text. New York? What could Uncle Cato possibly be doing there? I try to resist the temptation, but as I read a private investigation firm based out of New York, my curiosity gets the best of me and I click open the email. Why would Uncle Cato order investigative work in the States? And New York specifically? I read on. Mr. Cato, we've begun our preliminary investigation to the case of Mr. and Mrs. Shart. His laptop is closed shut before I can finish. I look up sharply into Cato's serious frown.
I thought you knew better than to slip through other people's things.
I just saw an email from an investigation firm in New York.
Why were you looking through my email in the first place?
I know I'm wrong and I know I'm in the wrong for snooping, but I can't let him change the subject. Not when it involves my home, my family. The email was talking about Mum and Dad. Uncle Cato remains stoic.
You misread it.
No. A grown anger bubbles in my chest. Look, I don't care if you have secrets. I can even understand when you try to hide the truth about Aunt Yuki. But I will not allow you to keep secrets from me when it involves my parents. There is not a trace of a smile on Uncle Cato's face, and his dark eyes are unusually grim. I search his face, looking for a spark of my goofy, mellow uncle, but he is a mask of stony silence. What do you know? What aren't you telling me? After a long pause, he finally speaks.
There are some things you are better off not knowing.
I have a right to know what happened to my parents. Uncle Cato's expression doesn't change, but a faint line of worry creases his brow. I soften my tone. Look, I appreciate that you're trying to protect me. I do. But whatever it says in the email, I can handle it. He looks hard at me and I stay silent as he ponders my words. Finally, He sighs and opens the laptop. After he pulls up the email, he slides the computer towards me. With bated breath, I read through the brief email. Mr. Cato, we've begun our preliminary investigation to the case of Mr. and Mrs. Shart, and we have found that the witness statements released during the conclusion of the case contrast greatly with the statements originally recorded by the investigation officers. Further investigation will continue. That's it. I can't hide the confusion from my voice.
For now.
I don't understand. It's common knowledge that I don't understand. It's common knowledge that witnesses are not always a reliable source. A lot of times they'll change their stories or misremember what they saw.
It's not just the witness statements. Before the accident, your mom called me out of the blue with a very strange request.
Is that the voice line? Okay. That's right, back in the subs. You want to check out the noise? That was a bit weird. We didn't play dogs barking in the kitchen. He's literally barking at the window. I don't know what he's barking at. Nothing's turned on. The taps are off. There's no bar. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. Everything looked perfectly fine. So maybe you can hear noise going on outside because there's like a parking lot outside the window, so maybe he's barking at noise going outside. I couldn't hear anything and I didn't see anything out of the ordinary, so just dog is being a dog. So annoying.
It's not just the witness statements. Before the accident, your mom called me out of the blue with a very strange request.
She wanted to make sure that if anything should happen to her or your dad, that I'll take care of you kids.
We talked about custody when your parents first created their will, and we'd already decided that should your parents pass away, custody of you kids would go to me.
I thought it was strange that she'd bring it up again, but I figured she might have gone in to update her will and felt a little insecure.
Of course, I assured her that I'd take care of you both. Then, a week later, your parents' accident happened. I tried to discreetly look into the accident on my own, but got nowhere. That's why I hired the private investigator.
I racked my brain, trying to remember the last few days before Mum and Dad's accident. Were they acting any different than usual? Dad was wrapping up the last few upgrades to my core, but we were both scrambling to finish updates on Eagle before school started. I understand why you wanted to keep this secret. Uncle Cato looks relieved. But now that I know about this investigation, I want to be kept in the loop. He nods.
I suppose that's fair.
Maybe I can help too. I mean, we did live in NYC, and I still have some contacts from CINY.
Let's see what the PI comes back with and we can go from there. If your parents were in danger, I don't want you to put your life at risk too.
I nod reluctantly. Kato suddenly looks uneasy.
You aren't going to tell your sister about this, are you?
It's not my place to decide what is or is not best for Nikki.
I think we should wait to tell her.
I don't respond, but look at him questioningly.
I don't want to open up old wounds or give her false hope after she's worked so hard to move on with her life.
The less she knows, the better. Well, it's not just that. It's if you tell... Don't get me wrong, she's going to be angry that we didn't tell her. But if we tell her now when we don't know for sure, we don't know the truth, we don't know for sure, it's just going to... Like you said, it's just going to... It's going to take her back to when it happened. And it's going to be all she can, it's going to be all she can think about. She's not going to live her life and be happy, right? Like, we just gave her a gift. She's really giddy about the necklace. She's got a cooking group or whatever, that she's got a cooking club that she's doing. You know, she's working to build her life here. You know, like if we tell her about it, like you said, it's just going to take her back to when that happened, right? She's going to be thrown right back to when that happened. It's going to be all she can think about. She's going to be able to focus on anything else. She's going to be constantly asking for updates, and she's going to be angry because she's young and she doesn't understand, right? She's going to be angry. She's going to be pissed off that we didn't tell her, but eventually she's not stupid. She'll eventually think about all of it, and eventually she'll be angry at first, but after she thinks about it, because she's got a brain on her, she'll think about it and go, you know what, you were right not to tell me. I can understand why you didn't say anything. She'll be angry at first, but once she realises what she's done, once she realises, you know, the logic as to why we didn't say anything, she'll understand, and she'll make peace with why we didn't tell her. But she will be angry at first, but it's a sacrifice we're going to have to make, because otherwise she won't be able to live her life. We can put it to the back of our mind. You know, we can get on with our day and put it to the back of our mind. But she won't be able to. She'll constantly worry about it. And she won't be able to get on with her life until we find out more. Whereas we'll be able to. We've also got people, we've got things and people to help take our mind off of it. She doesn't. It'll be all she can think about. Sure, but if it does turn out that Mum and Dad's deaths weren't accidents, we do need to tell her the truth.
When the time comes, we will.
Okay. Uncle Kato gently shuts his laptop.
I think that's enough excitement for one day.
He grins jokingly at me.
I need to get some work done before you decide to snoop through even more of my emails.
That's my cue to head upstairs. As we part, I head into my room. I try to focus on my homework, but my mind is filled with unanswered questions about Mum and Dad. If this wasn't an accident, then what really happened? Why would anyone want to hurt them? Eventually, I get my work done and head to bed. Then I drift off into a fitful slumber. And is it that one? There it is. Cool. It's been 2 weeks since the XE concert and my conversation with Uncle Kato. In that time, my team is still undefeated and stronger than ever. Kaori, Sho, Mayu and I put in extra hours of practice as we prepare ourselves for more difficult opponents. Things have been going amazingly well between Kaori and I. Ever since I showed up unannounced in her room, Kaori's been non-stop sending me health tips and recipes. I can't tell if she's trying to hint at something or if she's just sharing another interest with me. Either way, I use it to my advantage to get delicious Kaori-made bentos whenever I ask for samples of her recipes. I'm sure she's caught on that I just want to eat her cooking, but she doesn't seem to mind. Nikki is up to her usual tricks in the kitchen. When they are short-staffed at the cafe, Nikki finally had her chance to show off her skills as a cook, She impressed the chef so much that she no longer has to spend her time washing dishes. Of course, with great responsibility comes longer hours at work. Uncle Cato has been working harder than ever. The last week in particular, he's been leaving the house earlier in the morning and coming home way past midnight. I have a feeling it's not just work that's keeping him busy. Maybe he started to reconcile his relationship with a certain favourite aunt. Tonight is one of those rare nights when both Nikki and Uncle Cato are off work and I have no plans. And after devouring the delicious meal that Nikki made, I'm happily nursing my food baby while Uncle Cato clears the dishes. Nikki sighs heavily and slumps on the table.
I can't believe that nobody here really celebrates Halloween.
I think about the Halloween party I'm supposed to attend tomorrow. Yeah, they do.
Well, sort of. They don't decorate, though.
I sigh wistfully. That's true. Nikki snorts.
I bet all you really care about are all the slutty costume parties.
Halloween blows. Halloween's lame without candy. Who doesn't miss that? I sigh happily. I have no idea so many things were sexy, like a lobster, a rat, a lampshade. I plead the fifth. Nikki raises an eyebrow.
You can't plead fifth in Japan.
Damn, she has a point. I plead the Japanese equivalent of a fifth. Uncle Cato sits down and looks intrigued yet
Is
confused.
that really a tradition?
Yep,
Interesting.
but that's not even the best part about Halloween.
No.
Yes, it is. Nikki glares at me.
No, the best part about Halloween is pumpkins. More specifically, jack-o'-lanterns.
Oh yeah. Carving pumpkins with Mum was both fun and frustrating.
It's because she was just so good at it. I mean, ridiculously good.
Remember that one time she carved the headless horseman in her pumpkin? Nikki laughs.
Yeah, and I'd been so proud of my pumpkin because I carved vampire fangs instead of square teeth.
You yelled at Mum for cheating and cried out until she promised to carve another one with you.
I didn't cry.
Yeah, you did.
Well, my pumpkin still ended up being better than yours.
Says you.
You think you can do better?
Please. Your pumpkins could never compete with mine. Uncle Cato had been laughing while listening to us banter, but he finally interjects.
Actually, your mom wasn't the only person in this family with amazing art skills. I bet my carving skills could outdo even your mom's.
Nikki grins.
That's a pretty serious claim.
There's only one way to find out.
Where are my keys? I'll go buy the pumpkins.
Cato changes out of his suit and runs to the store. Meanwhile, Nikki and I scrounge around the house for some carving knives and old newspapers. Uncle Cato returns with a triumphant smile and sets flat green pumpkins on the table.
Here, I bought 4 kabochas,
Why 4?
just in case someone messes up, or we get hungry.
Nikki seems thoughtful.
They're a little small, but I guess these'll do. It would be better if we could have found the big orange ones, but I guess they're kind of hard to find in Japan.
Uncle Cato frowns.
Are these wrong?
They'll be fine. I tie an orphan. I tie an apron around my waist and grab one of the knives, then stab my pumpkin.
Jeez, look at that grin as he plunges in the knife.
Cato has already slipped on his apron and stabbed his pumpkin too. Then he cuts a circle off of the top.
Less talking and more carving.
Nikki hurriedly sets up.
Aye aye, Captain.
We fall silent while we carve in deep concentration. The only sounds are the squelch of pumpkins. I've almost finished up my pumpkin when Nikki puts down a knife.
And done. Look at this masterpiece.
She swivels her pumpkin around and shows us a spooky face. She carved in narrow eyes and a long grin full of sharp teeth.
How did you do that so quickly?
Nikki giggles.
I told you, I'm the carving master.
She peeks at Uncle Cato's pumpkin.
You've only one eye.
You can't rush brilliance.
What about you, bro?
Just finishing the last few touches. She looks at my pumpkin.
Even he's almost finished. How come you barely started?
Just wait. Mine is going to be even better than the two of yours because I'm actually taking the time to do it right.
I think I hear a faint knock at the door, but no one else reacts. Must have been my imagination.
I win by default because I was fastest.
That's not fair. I thought we were being judged on best carving job.
It's both. Best and fastest carving. That's how we did it at home.
I didn't know these rules.
Nikki turns to me.
Who do you think is the winner?
Obviously you. Have you not seen my masterpiece? Clearly the winner is me.
I thought you weren't even finished.
I finished up while you two were arguing. I spin my pumpkin around for them to view it. Does this not scare your pants off? Nikki raises an eyebrow. Kato looks down at his legs.
My pants are still on, so I'll have to say no.
Nice try.
Neither one of you knows good art when you see it. A sing-song voice floats into the room, followed by a familiar voice.
Surprise!
Everyone freezes. Aren't Yuki? For some reason, she looks just as surprised as the rest of us. Her eyes are wide and her mouth forms an O. She's wearing a long, stylish trench coat, which she closes tightly. Nikki's face breaks into a wide smile when she races to give Aunt Yuki a hug.
Aunt Yuki?
Yuki relaxes into a matching grin and hugs her back.
Oh, you've grown so tall. What happened?
Nikki giggles.
You think so? I still hope I grow another inch or two. I can't believe you're finally here!
Yuki blinks in surprise.
Oh, right. I'm, back from my business trip.
She looks at Kato for backup, but his face is a frozen mask of surprise. And fear? No, I'm just saying no the truth. There's no point hiding it, I don't think. It's okay, Aunt Yuki. We know you weren't on the business trip. Nikki nods.
Uncle Kaito told us what's really going on.
Aunt Yuki frowns.
You did?
They figured it out. I had no choice.
Oh, I see. Well, I suppose that makes things easier. Are you angry?
I shake my head. Of course not. We get it.
I'm sorry I didn't stop by to see you kids sooner, but your uncle didn't even tell me you were here until a few weeks ago, when I was really traveling for work.
Nikki mock glares at Kato.
Seriously, Uncle?
I meant to tell her. I just never seem to have time.
He just wanted to hug you all to himself.
How rude!
Nikki hugs Aunt Yuki again.
Aunt Yuki, don't you want to take your coat off?
He zips back from Nikki and pulls her coat tighter.
You know, it's a little chilly in here, so I think I'll keep it on.
Oh, I see. Okay. Nice pull, Uncle Kato. Nice pull. I respect. I see what's going on here. I should have seen the signs were there. I should have seen it. Okay. I see what's going on here.
Really? I don't think it's cold.
I actually, didn't realize you kids were home.
Kato's eyes widen in understanding as Yuki makes eye contact.
Oh.
Yeah, Uncle Kato, yeah. Nice. He quickly jumps to his feet.
Yuki, I need to talk to you about something, in private.
Yeah, you do. Before the words are out of her mouth, the two of them are already halfway up the stairs. I try to stifle my laughter as Nikki watches them leave, her mouth hanging open in confusion.
Is was that really weird?
Ah, sweet innocent Nikki. If you only you could stay this innocent forever. I pat her on the head. Don't worry your pretty little head about it.
What's that supposed to mean?
You'll understand when you're older.
Now you're acting weird too.
A few minutes later, Kaito and Yuki return. She shed her coat and is wearing a pink sweater and a skirt. Crisis averted. Uncle Kato shoots me a warning look as Aunt Yuki blushes. I struggle to hold in my grin.
Yep. Aunt Yuki, if you weren't really away on business, what brings you back home?
Yuki's blush deepens and even Uncle Kato's cheeks burn red.
Hey, look at the pumpkins we've been carving.
Oh, yes, I'd love to see them.
Yuki glances over at me and raises her eyebrow again. I just laugh. While Aunt Yuki inspects the pumpkins, Uncle Kato and Nikki return to arguing about who is the pumpkin master. Yuki says she'll put everyone to shame. I can't help but smile. Oh, look at that. Convenient before a pumpkin is needed. I can't help but smile as I see Uncle Kato slip his arm around Aunt Yuki. Maybe things are looking up for the two of them. And I'll be back in a moment. So when I've got to quickly help with something, I'll be back in. I'll try my best to be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Sorry about that, everybody. I apologise. I need help bring the bags up. Two separate people. Obviously, it didn't take very long, but still, obviously, minor inconvenience. Anyway, let's back to it. What graphic shown? Yeah, we're all good. Oh, no, it's up there. Yeah. I can't help but smile as I see Uncle Kato slip his arm around Aunt Yuki. Maybe things are looking up for the two of them. Before Nikki can challenge Aunt Yuki to a carving contest, I offer to take Nikki to the movie so Kato and Yuki can catch up. At first Nikki protests, but she has no choice but to go with me when I drag her out of the house. By the time the movie ends, Aunt Yuki and Kato are nowhere to be found. I go to bed with a smile on my face and a glimmer of hope in my heart. I blink bleary eyes as my alarm wakes me up and quickly slap it off. Why is this even going off today? I don't have anything planned for this morning, so I can afford to sleep in. I close my eyes, roll over, and fall back asleep. After what feels like mere minutes, my slumber is once again disturbed. This time it's from the buzzing of my phone. My arm shoots out from beneath the blankets and grabs my phone. I squint from the blinding rays peeking through my curtains and retreat into the safety underneath my covers. The call is from Sho. Hello?
Brosif, you ready or what?
Huh?
Were you sleeping? Dude, it's 5 p.m.
What? I throw off my blanket and push back the curtains, laying in the blinding rays of dusk. Crap! How did I sleep the whole day away?
I don't know, but the Halloween party is starting soon at the Pilot's Lounge. Do you have any idea what that means?
It's like everything. Costumes.
Yes?
Of the sexy variety.
You got that right.
The excitement is infectious. Don't worry, I'll be on campus soon enough.
Good, I'll see you there.
After hanging up, I throw my phone down on my bed and try to make myself look presentable. I still have my old costumes from my time back at CIMY. Any of them would be doable this time around. What do I want to dress up as? One of the Ninja Rangers, Legolas from Lord of the Gears, sexy police officer, bad man, the Dark Knight. We've got to go for sexy police officer, I think. Being sexy isn't just for the ladies. Guys can be a little risque during Halloween too. Pull out a questionable police officer uniform that hugs a little too tight, or maybe it hugs just right. After prepping and changing into my costume, I hop on my bike and head to campus. When I reach the Pilot's Lounge main entrance, I text Sho, only to see him waving at me.
Brosif!
Hey. He's in a Yazogami High School uniform. Persona 4? He grins.
That's right.
I never noticed it until now, but the real Sho looks and acts very similarly to Yazuki Hamanura. That's a perfect Yakuza cosplay, man. Good stuff. His eyes widen in surprise.
Yosuke?
Yeah. He frowns.
No, not Yosuke. I'm supposed to be Yu Narakami.
I don't see it. You definitely fit the profile of a secondary character. The protagonist's best friend.
No way! I won't settle for that role.
I'm afraid it's already been decided. Because you look exactly like Yosuke in that cosplay. He looks like he's about to argue, but then sighs.
I knew I should have gotten that white wig sooner. It was still being delivered.
At least he accepts his fate.
Speaking of outfits,
He looks at me.
why do you look like a male stripper?
Don't hate me because you ain't me. I flex for good measure.
You're not fooling anyone.
We'll see about that when we get to the party. Two guys dressed as salt and pepper shakers enter the building.
Shall we get going?
Where are the girls?
They met up in Kaori's dorm to get ready. They'll be over soon. We can head in first.
Alright. Went in the pilot's lounge and I gape at the surroundings. They are fake cobwebs lining the corners of the ceiling and walls, and fake bats and spiders are strategically placed in nooks and crannies. The lights are dimmed, which gives the place a spookier feel. I barely even recognise the lounge. The place looks awesome. There's a decent number of people here, and I recognise most of the pilots. I assume there are also engineers and team managers here too. It's a little hard to tell who everyone is while they're in costume. And there are some pretty neat costumes here. Some people went full out creative and dressed up as hilarious memes or puns, while others shield out for fancy, well-crafted costumes. But of course, the winners of the evening are all the beautiful ladies who can only technically be considered dressed. I sigh contently. It takes me back to my first CIMY costume party.
I think I'm in heaven.
Show's eyes are wide and his mouth hangs agape. He's staring hard at a group of girls dressed in a range of costumes, from sexy t-shirts to cute Japanese idol cosplays.
Oh, there they are.
Show points a group of girls standing near the couches. As I squint to get a better look, I realise it's the rest of the team.
Looks like they made it here before us. Come on.
Show and I weave through the crowd and make our way to the girls.
Hey!
God damn, I should have gone with Yuna. Show's demeanour changes mid-word from excited to confused.
Hey there, cuties. Hello.
Bad kitty. Spray water ball at her. Mayu smiles and waves. Show's face is bright red and he's having trouble making eye contact. I don't blame him. Kaori is wearing a night outfit from a currently popular fantasy anime, and in a typical anime fashion, the armour is more aesthetically pleasing than functional. As a healthy heterosexual male, Yuna's witch costume makes it hard to focus on her face. Mayu is dressed in a cute magical girl cosplay. I'm impressed by the intricacies of her costume and how well it complements her. Finally, Valerie. I think the plethora of guys oogling her speaks volumes about her Neko Girl outfit. Valerie spins her towel playfully.
So, what do you boys think?
What a time to be alive.
Valerie giggles.
Let's go get some drinks.
We all nod and head over to the bar. Kaori grabs my arm before I can join the rest of the group.
Hey, you.
Don't know if that clip will clip the whole moment there, but we can try. Hi. Kaori raises an eyebrow.
What are you wearing?
You're under arrest. Kaori's eyes widen as I spin her around and hold her hands behind her back.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
You're under arrest. She struggles under my grip.
Stop this at once!
Now, where did I put those handcuffs? Kaori lets out a squeal before I feel a sharp pain in my shin. Ow! I let go in my surprise and she twists away from me.
That's enough of your perverted fantasies.
Her face is completely red, but she refuses to make eye contact and seems more embarrassed than angry. Ah, fine. Takes a deep breath and recomposes herself. Kaori self-consciously places a hand on her bare hip and looks away.
So, what do you think of this outfit?
I smile warmly. You look amazing.
Really? You think it looks good?
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure you can make anything look good. Kaori's face is as red as her hair and she smiles.
Thank you.
That was a smart play there. Good on our character. Good on him. He has a brain on him. That was a smart. That was smartly worded. Very clever. Very clever.
Let's go meet up with the rest of the team.
Hear me? Alright. Once we've all reconvened at the bar, we order our drinks and find an open table among the couches.
It's so
so unfair that I still can't have anything alcoholic.
Valerie pouts and puts an arm around Mayu.
Isn't that right?
Mayu speaks softly.
I don't want to drink even if I could.
Really? You have to at least try it once.
I feel Show elbow on my side.
If she's this excitable normally, I wonder how she'd act when drunk.
I don't even want to imagine the trouble she'd get us into, dude. Show laughs.
True that, brosif.
Hey, enough with your private conversation. Let's play a game.
Yuna perks up.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Mayu nods excitedly. Even Kari seems interested.
Okay, what game were you thinking, Valerie?
Well, in honor of Show's cosplay of Yosuke.
Not Yosuke!
Mayu looks surprised.
Really? I thought you were Yosuke this whole time.
Show slumps on the side table.
You too, Mayu!
I'm sorry. It's just you portray him perfectly. With that outfit, I mean.
Wasn't Yosuke the comic relief?
And a pervert.
It's like someone copy and pasted that character and changed the name to Show. The group nods. Show groans.
You guys are killing me here.
Yuna looks at Valerie.
What game are you thinking about? The King's Game.
King's Game?
Mm-hmm. It's easy. We number chopsticks and give one of them a special symbol. Whoever picks the symbol is the king.
Oh, that sounds easy enough.
What can the king do? The better question is what the king can't do. He'll command one of the numbers to do something, and his order is absolute. Don't worry, it's a lot of fun.
Well, I guess it couldn't hurt to try it.
Everyone looks at Kari in surprise. She's the last person we would expect to agree to a game like this. She blinks at us.
What? It's only us playing. I'm sure no one is going to make an unreasonable command.
And yet you constantly can call me and Show perverts. Kari glares at Show.
Right?
Oh, there we go. Show shifts uncomfortably.
Right.
Then it's settled.
Valerie grabs some chopsticks and marks them with numbers, and then marks one of them with a colour. She shuffles them on the table, then holds them in her hand so the marks are covered.
Let the games begin.
My heart races in anticipation as we all grab a stick. I turn mine over and see the coloured marking. Lucky! I watch as the rest of my friends turn theirs over. Kari wears her best poker face. If I didn't already have the king stick, I wouldn't know what she had in her hand. Oh, god damn it. Show's face on a bit of disappointment. I wonder what he had planned as king. Mayu breathes a sigh of relief. I guess she didn't want to be king. Valerie seems indifferent about her stick. She probably would be happy as either king or subject. Yuna looks around the table.
Who's the king?
I offer my glorious crown, chopstick.
Brosif's got it. What is your command, your majesty?
Let's think for a moment. I command number 2 to give me a kiss. Number 2 to give me a hug. Number 3 to give me a massage. Number 4 to sit on my lap. Number 5 to count to 10. I feel like a kiss could be over in an instant, a little peck on the lips, but a sit on the lap, I feel like that's much more intimate, and I could determine how long it has to be. Whereas a kiss, I feel like asking for anything more than a few seconds, and I mean, I'm not gonna get tongue, right? It's gonna be a peck on the, it's gonna be a peck on the cheek, maybe a peck on the lips if it's Kari, right? It's not gonna be more than like a second or two. Right, whereas a sit on the lap, that's intimate, but it's not as intimate as kissing someone on the lips, right? Objectively speaking. So, I would say a sit on the lap. But then it also could be show. I don't know who's who. And if I go for a kiss, I feel like a kiss is going to be a red flag. Knowing PixelFade, I feel like the kiss will probably be show. Right? So I think a sit on the lap is the most intimate one that also would get the most time out of it. and I wouldn't be tricked. I feel like if I go for the kiss, I'm like, oh, you know, it could be a kiss from one of the girls, right? And it's going to be Show. Show's going to be number one. I guarantee you Show will be number one. That will be the, you know, it's PixelFade going, you thought you was going to get a kiss with one of the female characters, you dumbass. Right? I feel like, one, the kiss is going to be a red flag. It's going to be Show. And two, Carrie would get, well, no, for three reasons it's not worth it. One, it's probably going to be Show, because PixelFade are going to be arse wipes. Two, if it's anybody, if it's any one of the girls, if it's anyone but Carrie, she's gonna get really pissy and jealous. And three, it's only gonna last for like maybe a second or two at most, because Carrie is not the most affectionate person in the world openly, right? So open displays of affection like that, especially in something intimate like that, she's gonna be embarrassed, and we'll enjoy it, sure, but I feel like it's not gonna last very long. I feel like number 4 is probably the best. Number 4. Come hither onto my lap. Before anyone even has a chance to check their chopsticks, Valerie stands up.
Yay! That's me.
Oh. Okay. She looks at me, then grins impishly. Uh-oh. Her hips sway mesmeringly as she walks over to me. She gently moves my legs away from the table towards the edge of the seat, then slowly lowers herself onto my lap, her legs dangling off of one side as her arms snake around my neck.
Is this seat taken?
She squeezes me tighter as she adjusts herself to sit closer to me, and dangerously close to another area.
That's enough.
Carrie shoots out of her seat and practically leaps over to us.
Aw, don't be like that, Cody. I'm only following the king's command.
Get off of him.
Carrie glares daggers at Valerie, who seems unfazed. She merely sighs as she reluctantly unwraps herself from around me.
Fine.
Carrie sits back down but doesn't lessen her glare. Valerie chuckles as she returns to her seat. She's sneaky. I look at Carrie, who looks back at me. Her face reddens as she quickly looks away. The group bursts into laughter. Their enthusiasm is infectious, and Carrie quickly recomposes herself. Excuse me. We played a few more rounds of the King's game, and Show never once drew the current stick. Watching his frustration as some of us become repeat kings was an endless source of amusement. I wonder if his luck is really that bad, or if a certain blonde was rigging the game for her own amusement. When it became late, we all said our goodbyes and headed out. I stifle a yawn as I enter the quiet house, tiptoeing into my room, quickly get ready for bed, and fall asleep with a smile on my face. Best Halloween ever. The buzz of my alarm pulls me out of Dreamworld into reality. With a sleepy roll, I slap blindly at the sound. Just 5 more minutes. The buzzing doesn't cease no matter how hard I slap my clock. I blink open bleary eyes as 10:17 AM blinks back at me. Crap. It really was the other thing. I shoot straight up in bed. I'm late for class. I push the off button on my clock, but it doesn't stop the buzzing. Wait. My alarm doesn't buzz. Glancing over at my desk, my phone buzzes loudly on the wood. It's Valerie. She's probably wondering why I wasn't in class this morning. Alright, well I think that's going to be that. Did I just save it? I double check. Yeah. Alright, well I think that's that. I don't know. I'm really getting it. I'm really like, obviously I was doing it once a week, but I'm really picking up the pace. So oh, whoopsie! I just accidentally minimized everything out of nowhere because I'm so smart. So yeah, I think I might do more before the weekend. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm really enjoying like playing this. And I want to go hard on it, but I don't want to go too hard, you know? Like, obviously reading the lines, putting in effort to reading the lines, putting voices on, you know, it's... I wouldn't say it's like super hard work, right? I'm not a professional actor, but I will say it's, to an extent, it's taxing, right? To do it for like multiple hours, you know? I don't know, I just don't know. It's excuses, I know, but I don't feel like going mega long. But I've done it for like an hour and 46 minutes. That's like, take off like 25 minutes for like when like starting up streaming and going on a like doing an update and going on a bit of a rant there. So it's about an hour and an hour 20 minutes, I would say, of visual novel there. I might stream later on because it's like literally, it's just before the afternoon for me, so I might stream later on in the evening. I might stream more of the visual novel then. So consider this like a, I'm going to take a break, and then later in the evening I'll come back on. We'll see how I feel. Obviously, there's always the Saturday, but I'll see how I feel later on. I might stream more later on and just take a break. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll potentially see you later on in the evening if I do decide to stream more of the visual novel. If not, I'll see you guys either tomorrow or the day after, I guess, for some more Palia. So stay tuned for later on, maybe for more visual novel. If not, tomorrow or the day after. And obviously, there's always a visual novel, more of the visual novel on the weekend anyway, on Saturday. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Take care. Hope if I've been a source of entertainment to you, or simply or a distraction, or both. First, second, or third, if I've a source of entertainment to an extent, a distraction. I appreciate that. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good rest of your week. I'll see you guys potentially later on for more of the visual novel. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow or the day after for maybe more Palia or something. And then obviously the visual novel on the weekend on Saturday. And anyway, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Rate, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Bye.